Welcome to one of the fastest growing sports YouTube channels out there, Golden Blue Dude. And today we're going to be talking about the 5 teams who are in the current AP Top 25 that I don't think will finish in the AP Top 25, 5 teams that aren't in the AP Top 25 that I think will finish in the AP Top 25, and 5 maybe teams. I know that's a lot to take in, but here we go. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I do college football videos every single day. While you're here, go check out my good friends at tristatewoodsketch.com. Yes, Golden Blue Dude does have a sponsor. All you have to do is send him a picture. He'll transfer it onto wood. Makes a great gift. And it's never too early to shop for Christmas. Mention Golden Blue Dude and you'll get 20% off. Quick reminder about my score prediction contest. Every week I'm going to pick out one game. I'm going to have you guys guess the score. All you have to do is jump over to my Patreon page. Join my Patreon page. It's not even $5 a month. And then every week, send me an email of your score prediction. Winner gets $50 every single week. Now, if not enough people join my Patreon page, I'm going to have to lower it to $20. So the prize money is up to you guys. And you could win as many times as you want. So you could win a lot of money if you're confident in your score prediction skills. In today's video, we're going to cover 3 categories. First up, the teams that are in the AP Top 25 right now that I think won't finish in the AP Top 25. The first team, Texas. They are ranked number 21 in the current AP Top 25. They have a new coach and their schedule is a bit tricky. These are their key games. The home game against number 23 Louisiana, which I think they lose. Louisiana did it last year to Iowa State. I think they can do it again against Texas. Very good team. Road trip to Arkansas. I think that's going to be an upset win for Arkansas. At TCU, I think TCU is going to be much better. That's a loss. And they get number 2 Oklahoma during their annual Red River Disagreement game. Then at number 7 Iowa State and at West Virginia. Texas could end up with 6 losses and barely be getting into a bowl. The second currently ranked team that I think won't finish ranked, Indiana. They're number 17. I think Indiana doesn't have much depth, and I think a full 12-game schedule will expose them. I still have Indiana going to a bowl, but I don't think they're going to finish ranked. Here's their key games. At number 18, Iowa. The home game against number 8, Cincinnati. That is winnable. At number 19, Penn State. Number 4, Ohio State at home. And at Michigan. That could be a tricky game as well. I think they lose at least 4 of these 5 games, which could be enough to knock them out of the AP Top 25 just barely. Third team, number 13, Florida. Florida lost pretty much their entire offensive production from last year. Their defense was horrendous, and they have a tough schedule. Key games, number 1, Alabama at home. That's a loss. At Kentucky. Kentucky's going to be much better. I think they lose that game. At number 16, LSU. In Death Valley, not good. Loss. They get number 5, Georgia in Jacksonville. I know Georgia's banged up right now, but I think they'll be at full strength by then. That's a big loss. And then at Missouri. That could be an upset loss as well. So this year, I have Florida with 5 losses and not finishing in the AP Top 25. The fourth team, number 11, Oregon. I know I'm going to piss a lot of Oregon fans off right now, but I think Oregon's overrated. And I think the games that'll knock them out of the AP Top 25, of course, at number 4, Ohio State, I think they get obliterated. At Stanford, Stanford is much better than people realize. At UCLA, Chip Kelly has that team turning around. At number 20, Washington, that one could get ugly. And then at number 24, Utah, that one could get ugly as well. So I definitely have them losing at Ohio State, at Washington, and at Utah. Then all it would take would be another loss at Stanford or at UCLA. And boom, Oregon wouldn't be ranked. Last team, I will get a lot of feedback on this one. This will be very controversial. Number 9, Notre Dame. And I'm not saying Notre Dame's going to be bad. I think they'll be a good team. But their schedule, brutal. They start off the season at Florida State. They could legitimately lose that game. Ask North Carolina last year. Then they get number 12, Wisconsin in Chicago. Number 8, Cincinnati at home. Number 15, USC at home. Number 10, North Carolina at home. And then 2 more tricky road games at Virginia and at Stanford. So they could be right on the cusp of not finishing in the AP Top 25. Now here are the teams that are not currently ranked in the AP Top 25 that I think will finish in the AP Top 25. The first team, Ole Miss. They're going to have a very good offense. And if their defense can be just a little bit better than what they were last year, they're going to be a very dangerous team. And to be honest with you, they have to be better than last year. Last year's defense was one of the worst defenses I've ever seen for a Power 5 team. Here's their key games. At number 1, Alabama. I do think they lose that. They get number 16, LSU at home. I think that's a win. At Auburn. Could be tricky. Winnable. Liberty at home. I think they win that game as well. And then number 6, Texas A&M. So even if Ole Miss goes 9-3, I think they finish ranked in the AP Top 25. The second second team, TCU. Here's their key games. They get number 21 Texas at home. That's a win. At number 2 Oklahoma, I think they'll lose that game. West Virginia at home, I think TCU beats my Mountaineers. At Kansas State, could be tricky. At Oklahoma State, that could be tricky as well. Then at number 7 Iowa State. So the two sure losses are at number 2 Oklahoma, then at number 7 Iowa State. All they have to do is split the road trips at Kansas State, at Oklahoma State, win one, lose one, and boom, 9-3 season, finish ranked in the AP Top 25. Here's my third team, and keep in mind, coming from a West Virginia fan, Pitt. I think Pitt has a really good chance of finishing in the AP Top 25. Here's their key games. Their first key game could be that tricky road trip to Virginia Tech. Pitt is definitely the better team, so I expect them to win that game. And they get number 3 Clemson at home, number 14 Miami at home, and number 10 North Carolina at home. Even if they lose all 3 of those games, Pitt could still go 9-3. All they have to do is upset one of those teams, and boom, their 10-win season. Yes, I think Pitt finishes in the AP Top 25. The fourth team, Boise State. I think Boise State's going to be a really good team, and their schedule is not difficult at all. Now, their first game at UCF, that's going to be tough, and I do think they lose it. But then after that, they get Oklahoma State at home. I think they win that game, and that will help them to get ranked. And then their other key game at BYU could be tricky, but BYU's not going to be anywhere as good as what they were last year. So yeah, I think Boise State could have a 10-win season and finish in the AP Top 25. And finally, my fifth team, Kentucky. Kentucky's going to be a much improved team this year, and their schedule is not difficult at all. Here's their key games. They get Missouri at home, which I think they win. Number 13 Florida at home, which I think they win. Number 16 LSU at home, which I think they could win. And then at number 5 Georgia. Nope, they're not winning that. That's still a 10-win season, and I think Kentucky finishes ranked this year. Here's my 5 maybe teams. The first team, Oklahoma State. Last year had a great defense, but their offense did not live up to expectations. If they can come back and have that same great defense and their offense take a step forward, they could finish in the AP Top 25. Here's their key games. At Boise State, at number 21 Texas, at number 7 Iowa State, at West Virginia, and then they get TCU, then number 2 Oklahoma at home. There's their problem though. 4 of their key games are on the road, and I expect them to lose to number 2 Oklahoma. So that puts a big wrench in this, and that's why I have them on the maybe scale. The next team that's kind of maybe, and that's Liberty. Fairly easy schedule. Here's their key games. At Syracuse, who they beat last year and should beat again, and then at Ole Miss. They're going to lose that game. Then they get number 23 Louisiana. That game will determine if they get ranked or not. That's why I have them in the maybe category. The third maybe team, UCF. People have forgotten about UCF because Cincinnati has taken the mantle from the Knights as the best group of 5 team. UCF could make another argument this year. Here's their key games. They get Boise State at home. That's a winnable game. At number 8 Cincinnati. I think they lose that, but you never know. Could upset Cincinnati. They get Memphis at home. That's their other rival. And then maybe at SMU. I don't know. If they can go 2-2 in that stretch, UCF will finish ranked this year. My fourth maybe team. My team, West Virginia. West Virginia has the possibility of finishing in the AP Top 25. Our defense might take a slight step back this year, but it was elite last year, so it's still going to be pretty good. And our offense will take a step forward this year. Here's our key games. At Maryland, that first game is super important. West Virginia is the better team, but we better not trip up. After that, at number 2 Oklahoma, that's a loss. At TCU, I expect that to be a loss. Then we get number 7 Iowa State at home. That could be an upset. Oklahoma State at home, a team we've had trouble with, is in Morgantown. At Kansas State, I think we go on the road and beat them. And then number 21 Texas at home. So if we only lose one of those games in that 4-game stretch, that's a 9-3 season, and West Virginia would finish in the AP Top 25. So they're still on the maybe range. We'll see. And the last team that could finish ranked, Michigan. I think Michigan is going to surprise some people. Here's their key games. They get number 20 Washington. That is a coin toss, and that is a very important game for Michigan. If they beat number 20 Washington at home, I think Michigan finishes ranked. That's how important it is. But after that, at number 12 Wisconsin, they lose that. They get number 17 Indiana at home. That is a winnable game. Remember, I put that as a tricky game for Indiana that could knock them out of the AP Top 25. Well, it's the reverse for Michigan. Then a road trip to number 19 Penn State. I think that's a loss. Then a home game against arch rival number 4 Ohio State. If they can beat Washington and Indiana, Michigan will finish ranked. That's why I still have them on the maybe range. Y'all let me know what y'all think about these 3 lists. Leave some comments for sure. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.